we do.
So, all right. Call to order this May 5th meeting of the Zoning Commission for Perry Township. The first order of business that we actually need to do is appoint the chairman for this year and the vice chairman. I don't know. I'll continue to be chairman if somebody wants to make a motion.
I'll make a motion for
second.
Gary Collins to be the chair.
In a second. Craig, you're our other. There's only the three of us.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. I'm going to make a motion to have Lucy as our vice chair. Is that if everybody's okay with that?
I'll second.
All right. Everybody in favor of that? Of having Lucy?
Aye.
Aye. All right. That works. I need a motion to approve the minutes for the September 16th, 2020 meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Actually, were either of you at that meeting?
I was there.
Greg, were you?
I was not.
Okay, well, we have two of us, so that's good enough. So I'll make a second to that. Those who were there, say aye if you're in favor of this. Aye. We have no old business. We've got new business. I'm going to turn it over to Beth to explain this.
Get my glasses here. Okay. The zoning board commission is being asked to consider application zoning amendment number 153-RZ-21, which was filed by Romanelli and Hughes Building Company. As you are aware, on January 15th, 2020, the zoning commission submitted a recommendation to the board of trustees that an amendment be made to the zoning resolution, which allows for a public residential district, or a PRD. The Board of Trustees approved this resolution on February 3rd, 2020. That same year, the Board of Trustees secured an agreement with the City of Columbus, which will allow for properties previously annexed into Columbus for water and sewer to detach and fall under Perry Township's jurisdiction once again. The agreement became effective on August 19th, 2020. The agreement contained a contingency whereby the EPCON Phase 1 and 2 and Romanelli and Hughes developments off of Riverside Drive must detach from the city before any other residences, businesses may choose either the city's or Perry Township's jurisdiction. Franklin County Commissioners approved both detachment petitions on March 23rd of this year. For your review, Romanelli and Hughes has submitted a zoning amendment application, request number 153-RZ-21, for the purpose of rezoning the development located in the 5500 block of Riverside Drive from the City of Columbus PUD-4 designation to Perry Township's PRD, or public or planned residential district. Along with a summary, I have included all documents related to the request, including exhibits. The Zoning Commission is tasked with hearing the request and making its recommendation to the Board of Trustees. Developer Director Joe Smiley is available to answer any questions and provide clarifications if needed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Beth. One quick question. Has this process already gone to the City of Columbus? Did they have to go to the City of Columbus to detach, Matt?
Yeah. Are you talking about the first annexation and rezoning into Columbus?
Yeah, have you already done, you've done that part and that got approved, correct? We have not.
Years ago now. This has been a very long process.
Okay.
Gary, the properties off of Riverside were detached. The Franklin County Commissioners approved the detachment. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to make sure. That's part, the commissioners did the detachment part.
It was approved on March 23rd. So both developments are now officially in the township.
Okay. So from my understanding, this is basically just a formality to get it to the trustees to have them make their decision, correct?
All right.
That is correct.
All right. Matthew, you want to give a quick kind of explanation from your standpoint?
general explanation of what's going on or how the zoning works, or what would you?
Just a general explanation.
So we annexed and rezoned into Columbus. Took about a year and a half because of all the parcels. And when we come back into Perry Township, the agreement was it would be with the exact zoning that would, basically lift or cut and paste into Perry Township. So that's essentially what's happening here. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
This
I just wanted
is
to
Joe
give you a chance
Smiley.
to-
Thank. I just wanted to clarify that the discussions that we had was an early review of the zoning as presented to Columbus. The application, as you can see, contains the exact zoning language that was approved by Columbus, which was part of the detachment and agreement with the city and the county. So there's not a whole lot of room for discussion or changes or anything like that. It's been thoroughly vetted by just about everybody involved in the process, as everybody understood that this was a prerequisite to get the overall detachment agreement signed by all parties. So it falls in compliance with the same thing with the EPCON Phase 1, and everyone's pretty well aware of all the variances, et cetera. That's why it's going through the PD process. So.
All right, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, just to kind of give a quick update for Christina and Craig in case they hadn't.
Sure.
Was going completely.
Absolutely. It's a very complicated deal. It's been a long process, so, yeah.
Beth, have we had anybody or a request to speak?
We have a couple residents from the area. Is anyone care to ask any questions or make any statements?
Hi, Beth. This is Rosa Alabuni. I'd like to say something, if that's okay.
Yeah, Rosa, this is Gary. Just keep it to around no more than 3 minutes if you can, please.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks. So my husband and I, Scott Smithson, who's also on the call, and we live at 5536 Riverside Drive. So just on the southern border of the project. We have 3 children that are 9 years of age and younger, and host different scouting troops that come and sleep in the backyard to feel like they're camping or what have you. As requested during the Columbus zoning meeting, we'd like for Perry Township to require that Romanelli and Hughes abide to safety concerns that we addressed at that Columbus board meeting regarding the pond, which is a deep ditch about 10 feet deep, about 10 feet from our property line. And so we request that they put some sort of gate or some sort of construction fencing around it so that, God forbid, one of the children kind of venture off on their own thinking that they're some sort of wilderness, person or adult, and God forbid one of them fall into this ditch and hurt themselves. I think it's a fair request just to ensure that we're keeping safe the kids who are, playing in our backyard, who may just venture literally 10 feet from our property line. So we'd like to ask, same as we asked for City of Columbus, and I believe that it made it into the meeting minutes, but we'd like to ask that Perry Township also make that request as well. Additionally, I'm sure that this has probably come up, but several trees were taken down along that property line border between Romanelli and Hughes and our property line. And so right now, if you go to our backyard, and I've had many actually property owners who are also south of us tell us about their concerns that at this point, like, it's all open field and they can literally see all of the houses being built up. And so there's been requests from myself and our neighbors to put some trees on the Romanelli and Hughes borderline. So nothing, fake. We're just asking for some natural trees to be put back up so that in time that's all filled in. We've done our due diligence in terms of planting trees. We've planted about 50 to 75 trees just this year along that borderline, hoping to start that process of regreening. And so I would like to yield any extra time that I have to my husband to see if he has any further concerns that he'd like to address.
Rosa, thanks. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Just to add on to what Rosa mentioned, so these were recommended and agreed to site improvements and modifications going back to this process. And so we're just asking that this continues to be recorded and we maintain the same standard that was agreed to with Franklin County and the City of Columbus with Perry Township as we go through this process of rezoning. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott and Rosa.
If-
We'll make sure Beth will
Gary,
read the minutes. And then
Gary,
I'll-
Gary, this is Joe Smiley, if I
Yeah,
might.
go, Joe.
We basically took the identical zoning that was approved by Columbus. So if those concerns were adopted by Columbus, they're in what this application states. So they're in there, and that's what the applicant was responsible to do, and that's what they've attached. So if they were addressed in there and mentioned, and any remedies, et cetera, were part of the Columbus zoning, they are in this process as well.
Yeah, thanks for that, Joe. And the reason why I address it today is because, quite honestly, I have not had a chance to walk through all of that, but I will tell you that nothing has been done between last year when we had the Columbus zone meeting till today. There hasn't been anything put around that pond. And with the summer coming, I just want to make sure that something does happen in the, in the near future, so that meeting in the next few weeks, so that this can be fully addressed and we can kind of reduce that risk of anybody falling into that ditch.
Thank you, Rosa. Beth, can you go ahead? Go ahead, Christina.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Chair, can we confirm if that's in the materials? If Beth or Matt can.
I'm scrolling through, I do recall there were discussions on some safety issues, and I'm scrolling through to find out where that was located and at what point. I'll dig that up and pull it out wherever that was. Because the specifics on, the length of the fence or whatever, and whether that was during construction or after construction, offhand, I don't know. So I'll scroll through and find it. With regard to the trees, we did have to agree to, and Roman and Hughes did, to a very extensive replanting program as we were going through the zoning process, and that is all encapsulated. It's not going to happen until it's built out and things start getting planted. But that was agreed to.
Thank
Okay.
you, Matt.
Beth, can you read the amendment? Are these approved?
Sure can. Request approval of Perry Township zoning amendment number 153-RZ-21, filed by Romanelli and Hughes Building Company, 148 Schrock Road, Westerville, Ohio, which is proposed as an amendment to the Perry Township zoning resolution. The application proposes to rezone property located in the city of Columbus from PUD-4 Columbus to the planned residential district PRD section 414 Perry Township zoning resolution. The property is generally located on the east side of Riverside Drive, 2,140 plus minus feet north of West Case Road at Riverside Drive and Ravello Drive, Dublin, Ohio, 43017, and is otherwise known as the Ravello subdivision, consisting of 17.43 plus or minus acres, consisting of 57 individual single-family residential lots. Request approval of the application in order to zone the current and ongoing residential subdivision from the city of Columbus to the PRD zoning designation. Thank you.
I move approval of that amendment.
I'll second.
This is Greg Berger.
Thank you, Christina, for seconding. All those in favor of approving the amendment, say aye. All right, we
Aye.
need a roll call, sorry. Megan?
Mr. Collins?
Yep.
Ms. O'Keefe?
Yes.
Mr. Buford?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Rosa and Scott, thank you for your concerns. We'll make sure that Matt's going to look into that even some more, and Beth will make sure those are passed on to the trustees at their meeting.
Thank you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone.
Yep. Beth, do we have anything else?
I do have, 1 second for me, please. Having kind of technical difficulties, it seems. Tonight's the night for it.
You want me to just send it to Beth when I pull it up?
Yes, please.
The trees. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, so the only thing, I have a couple announcements. I believe I've emailed most of you. We have had a member of the board that's been on the board for many, many years, longer than I've been here, which has been well over 14, closer to 15 years. Doug Anderson has stepped down from the Zoning Commission. We definitely want to thank him for all his time and service to the Zoning Commission in Perry Township. The board appointed Jamie Dennis as to take that vacant slot. Jamie was planning on being on this meeting, but obviously didn't quite make it. That's okay. He was out west. I knew he was going to have time restraints as well.
He might show up at 5:30 out west time. So
yeah, that west time. Problem. We'll find out. But I did want you all to know that Craig has said that he will be stepping down as well. He's got some changes going on in his life and where he will be living. Again, really want to thank Craig for all the time he's put into the Zoning Commission and everything he's done for our residents and the businesses within the township. So thank you so much, Craig, for all your years of service.
I appreciate it. It's been a great experience and learned a lot from everybody. And so the opportunity to participate, and we're going to miss our day as an adult and as a homeowner. It's been by far the best choice we've made. So thanks to all of you for making that a reality.
Hey, Craig, it's Andy English, Township trustee, just listening in, and I know from the Board of Trustees that we really appreciate the time and everything that you've done on behalf of the township.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Continue. Best of luck, everybody.
You as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig. You've been the two of you were on the board when I first started, I believe, and so it's been an honor working with you. So thank you so much.
Okay, those were the only announcements I have, unless someone else, Joe, did you have anything?
No, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight, number one. Really appreciate it. We had a quorum, and I appreciate you taking the time to understand the situation we were in with this project and what it means to the township moving forward. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Joe. Beth, when do you think our next meeting is? I know I'm going to be, I will be out west from June 1st through the 17th. So.
Okay. I don't anticipate having a meeting in June.
Okay.
If there would have to be something showing up on my desk within the next 5 days to make that happen. So, so I think it's safe to say we don't have anything on the agenda that I know of coming up. I mean, we will be working on some code changes and so on and so forth, but that's going to be a while out.
Okay. You haven't heard anything in the legislature through the Township Association about code changes that the legislature is doing or anything?
I haven't heard anything now.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because sometimes, they'll do stuff and then we have to make changes to our code.
Right.
So.
Right. I'm not aware of anything at this point.
Okay. All right, then I move make a motion for adjournment.
Second, if you need it.
Yep.
Good night.
Night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.